I think that we excel the most when we do stuff that we're really like passionate about, and engaged in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm curious, do you have any experiences in your learning coding journey where you felt very out of balance, where you felt like you were struggling?
Yeah. 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 Totally.
Would you be willing to share?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Sure. Why not? No, I remember actually when I first when we were just getting started, I remember because I was really depressed from like, having, spent a lot of time in my career, realized I don't really like it. There's nowhere for me to go. It's kind of depressing. And then trying to figure out how to make that switch. And you're really excited when you do find something. So I remember being really excited at the start, I really loved it. But then, it's like you're juggling all this stuff, right? Because when we first started, like learning to code like anything else takes a lot of time. And if you want to get good, it takes a huge commitment. And at first it was like that was really hard, just juggling, your time, you know, being able to say no and like, oh, I can't go out, I can't do these things because I need this is more important right now. But that's a hard decision to make too, because we can do anything, but we can't do everything, right? So it's like, you have to make sacrifices when you want to do something that you really want and do it well. And that was really
Mm,
challenging for me, at least at the outset. Because
mm.
you also don't know if it's going to go anywhere, and it's like, am I really doing this? Is it worthwhile? Am I wasting my time? I don't know, but what about you when we
Yeah,
get into
so
this?
I remember probably the time that was the most challenging for me was kind of like right after we finished doing a boot camp, and basically they taught us
Yeah,
50 different technologies and gave us no direction and no nothing. And
yeah,
they're like, here you go. Find out what you want to do. And so I was kind of lost at that time. And I thought, well, I have I have pretty good experience with Linux, Unix environments. Maybe this whole DevOps thing could be the way to go. I was doing a whole bunch of cloud infrastructure exams, like all the AWS exams and Terraform and all this stuff. And and then like I think but like what I really wanted to do deep down was cybersecurity, except I just didn't believe that I could do it. And it was like such a drastic course change from like just doing front end back end type stuff. It was a very drastic course change, and I had no idea how to go about doing it. And then yeah, and I think like it was also the time that we were talking about doing the what was it, the YouTube channel, something like
oh
that.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah.
like all of these things converged at the same point, and I was like on the border of like overwhelm. I was just working nonstop, had
Yeah.
no idea where I was going. I was just spinning my wheels, and it was rough.
No, I remember that too, because actually that was really hard. Because I remember like, especially with the boot camp, like it's like they gave us I knew about all these technologies out there now, like after doing the boot camp. I knew about like all these different paths you could take, but I didn't know what was right for me. I had no real insight into which would be the right way to go, what I would like the most. And that's always hard too, because like, we've talked, there's so many different avenues or paths you can take in just coding and technology. And they require different skill sets sometimes. They require, learning a bunch of stuff. They're a whole, you know, area into themselves in a sense, right? And it's like really hard to know what's right for you and make that choice. And it can feel really overwhelming too.
Hmm.
So did you do anything specific to try and like rebalance yourself to find your way again so that what you were doing is right for you?
So what's the craziest thing is that it was actually one of the scariest things that I had to do was tell you and Russ that I wasn't going to do the YouTube channel with you guys because or the podcast with you guys because like I felt because we were meeting every week. I felt like we were
Yeah.
part of a team, but like there just wasn't enough of me to go around. And it was actually kind of finding that sense of integrity or wholeness in myself that allowed me to really choose a direction, find the clarity, and then recognize that that is essentially my North Star. If it's in line with that cybersecurity stuff, do it. If it's not, as much as you may want to do it, you just have to say not right now.
Yeah, that is the hard thing, right? It's like I think this is it though. Like when you're trying to, you know, find that balance in your life, when you're trying to do what's right for you, it's knowing what it actually matters to you, right? And making those choices, and they're hard. We all struggle with that though. Everybody struggles with, even though, deep down you probably knew we weren't going to react. correlate to anything, you know, but it's like
Mhm.
you still don't want to let people down, you don't want to let yourself down, all these things. And I don't know, it's always like the sense that maybe this might still be wrong, even though I really want to do it, is always fearful, you know.